Hello everyone, welcome to Pick Up Play. A bit of a different one this time. It's something that I've had for a while. I never got very far in it, and I don't know. It's Gantz. That was well timed. I pressed the start button, didn't know that was going to appear, but yeah, Gantz. If you don't know, or when I got into it, it was I think it might have just been a manga, or maybe they just started doing the anime at the time, and it was fairly early in. It's a very strange thing, Gantz, and I left it and then came back to it like I don't know a couple of years later or something. Oh, I wonder what's going on in Gantz, and there was like vampires and stuff. Like it had really gone some places. I'm just gonna check on this extra thing because I booted this up to test some stuff, and yeah, I've now got some. Okay. I've got a few more pictures and stuff, but we're going to leave the pictures because one of them was just not, I'm going to start from the start, which sounds sort of obvious, but it's there's sort of I'm going to stick it on easy. I'm going to be talking over the top. Gantz is quite violent, and I found it. I really liked it. Actually, the violence wasn't really the problem for me. It was. And the story's crazy, so I'm going to sort of say what I think's happening based on my memory of Gantz. But it is a little juvenile at times with some of the some of the things it does. But the game itself is, for the most part, I say for the most part, I'd say time-wise it probably isn't the most part, but it's a 3D action game. But in between that, you've got lots of dialogue and some choices, and I don't know how much the choices affect anything. So, whilst we're on a black screen, I promise you it's loading. I'm sure it is. Give me a second. There we go. So I can't remember if this ball is Gantz, or I mean Gantz I think is bigger than just this, but this is the main character, Corona, and Kato, I think is how it's pronounced, is his friend. They go to school together. Actually, I don't even know if they are friends, but they go to school together, and this happens. I think there's some drunk or something falls on the train tracks, and Kurono is just like, oh, fuck it, I'm not getting involved in this. He's not a great person, but Kato is quite a nice person and takes the approach of like, I would rather, I'd rather help this person, and I don't want to watch them die. The problem with that, as I'm going to skip through some of this text, is the train's coming, they're trying to get off the tracks, aren't going to make it, so they try and outrun the train. Just so you know, I'm going to cut out some loading times. I've been sat here a minute or two now. Yeah, I've not played on a Japanese PS2, and it's quite an old PS2, but I use the swap magic, if anyone knows what that is. It was like a disc you put in, and then you got this little slide tool, and you had to pop the front off the PlayStation, off the door of the PlayStation, and then slide the tool in and move it, and it'd force the drive open without you pressing the eject button. So on the Saturn, and I think a couple of other things you could tape down the door on the Saturn. Oh, the mechanism for the door, so it thought it was open. Oh, sorry, it thought it was closed, even though it was always open. And that would let you swap discs, and this basically did the same thing. So we presumably died, but we woke up here, so we can't have died, and everything's the same. But yeah, we've no memory of getting there. We just seem to have appeared there with this big black ball in the centre of the room. And that guy's already there. And that dog's already there. So this is where the choices come in. And I think I just was picking on the top last time, and I got a frowny face. Oh, I lost... this guy was unhappy with me. Now, he might always be unhappy with me. Oh no. There you go. So I'm just going to button through this because fucking hell there's a lot of it. But I'm going to be careful not to button through and select something, because something happens in a minute where I select a thing and yeah, whoops. But it gets worse later on in terms of upsetting everyone. So a bit of a load which tells me something's happening. And what we've got is someone starting to materialise in. So this is, well, it'll get worse for this sort of stuff, but this is what I mean about it being a bit juvenile. He is very uncomfortable around women. Now, you know, this would make you uncomfortable, to be fair, if someone had just committed suicide and fell into your arms. She takes it quite well, really, I think. But the game, like, the size of her breast is like a key feature of the story for a while. I picked this top one, and I ended up kissing her. So I basically sexually assaulted her. So I'm going to try and pick the bottom one because I don't think that's a good thing to do. Let's see what happens. Maybe it does something worse. Oh no, I just gave her my coat. Okay, that's a bit more, you know, it's certainly better. This is, I'm 100%, this is the 100% run, this one. Made all the wrong decisions before I hit record, and then just pick better examples. So I don't know how much it actually matters what you do in this in terms of upsetting people, whether they won't level up as fast, whether they lose power, whether they won't help you, whether they won't follow orders. The kind of binary domain type thing. So this is telling us what our mission is, I believe. This kid, so there's aliens on Earth, I think that's the plot, and we have to kill them, and the only way to keep, you know, basically if you don't do it, you're dead. So if you want to keep living, you need to kill these aliens. And I think this is called like the spring onion alien or something. So I think this is pretty self-explanatory so far. There's a pale person. Is that Gantz? Probably not. Is it just the fuel for Gantz? Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. But weapons have come out from the side of it, and yeah. So these suits that are in this case, you can see the yellow sort of circles on them. He's already got his on. They're basically power suits, and so they absorb damage, and they can make us stronger as well. They have a few other skills. But if they take too much, they leak. And then... So, I picked the top one here. I don't know what this bottom one does. The top one, I'm pretty sure, is what happens in the anime. and the manga. So I'm tempted. I'll leave you to discover what happens. Let's see what happens with this second one. Okay, I don't know what that is. And this is our loadout, so I'm going to go with what I used last time. This was a bit shit, actually. Whatever. And then I don't know what that did. I think it was a map. And no. What's this one do? No. What's this one? Sure. I didn't use it actually last time, but I think that's like a trap or something, like holds things down. So this pale kid, who always looks sort of disgruntled every time he pops up on the right hand side, he's been through this a while. He's done a lot of this, and he knows a lot more than he's letting on. I can't remember which one to pick. Fuck it, let's just pick that. Oh. Whoops. That's the one I was trying to avoid. Maybe you can't avoid it. But that's yeah, that happens in the manga. But yeah, as you can see, I've walked in on at a bad time because the dogs, you know, got curious, and yeah, cool. I haven't monetized this channel yet. That's not my fault. Shouldn't be angry at me for seeing if she's alright. It's like, what he should have done is took the dog away. It's like, I'll take the dog out the room, you get changed. Really sorry about that. Gantz, I mean, you don't hear people talk about it a lot, but I know there's been at least one film made of it. I think maybe two or something. Like it did quite well, but it's not a series. I should say, sorry, this is the PS2 version of the Gantz game. As I say, it's not a series that I know of many games based on, but it does sort of lend itself to it. So that's not a glitch. As we were sort of printed in, I guess we're being, you know, the same, sent out, faxed out. I'm sorry if you can read Japanese, and okay, we'll pick the bottom one this time. And yeah, I'm just skipping over all the story for you, but okay, me and him are besties. I apologise, I don't read it, and there's a fuck ton of text in it. There's so much text before it gets going. So this map thing we've got, it's loading something, I think. Here we go. Okay, let's just pick the top one. I have no idea. Oh yeah, those are locations, I think. Maybe. So at the bottom there, you see this 60. That's 60 minutes. We've got an hour. If we don't kill this alien in an hour, we die. So I think now I pick another location. Okay, we'll just work down the list, but it'll burn time. So 5 minutes to get to this other location. We found some spring onions. I can't remember if that's what happens in the like, we know he's been here because he's obsessed with spring onions, and here's a bag of spring onions. think this option gets us... Might have been some artwork or something, I'm not entirely sure. Which I might now have. So one last location to check. We've spent 15 minutes. I'm going to just pick the middle one because I think that's what it was last time. And we found him. Now, my memory of the manga is that there's just one of these onion kids, these spring onion kids. And we sort of like are trying to force ourselves to kill him because we're like, well, we can't, he's just a defenseless kid, and we don't want to, you know, hearing him scream as we've hit him or we've shot him and, you know, we've like shot his arm off or something like that, and it's, you know, it's horrible, like it's deliberately kind of horrible, and he's begging for his life and he keeps saying, I'll give you my onions, and yeah, that just got repeated quite a lot amongst my friend group just because it was such a weird... Anyway, yeah, Gantz is very strange. But yeah, we're gonna move on. But the point of what I'm saying there is, my memory is that there's just one of these onion kids. But in the game, there seems to be well, there's a lot. No, seems to be. There is a lot of them. But I'm sure it was just one. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, maybe I'm misremembering. So it's going to teach me some controls, but like I said, I just played through a little bit of this to practice. Okay, I don't know what those points are. I'm really sorry, I should have read a guide. Okay, the dog's pleased. So I could pick a squad. As far as I know, the dog doesn't do anything, so I'm going to pick him. And they're both happy that they've been picked. Yeah, long cutscenes, or long loading times on this. Okay, here we go. So it's given me the instructions. Square is shoot your weapon. Circle is melee. So what you do is you do damage to them, and you can over damage them, and if you over damage them, they explode. So you can go and just keep punching them if you want, or you can shoot them, you can charge up your shot. It hasn't told me yet, but there's a lock on. And there's a dodge. But you see these... I don't think there's any up at the top. So yeah, triangle dodges. If this is assuming anyone's looking to play this themselves, there is also you can hold down to charge, and obviously does a lot more. It took him a while to die. And we can switch weapons. But as you can see, as I fire with that weapon, it let's hit the lock on off. Here we go. It fills that meter, or it drains that meter. Sorry. This gun's just not very good, I don't think. So it says this one this way, so we'll go and. Ah, there he is. So we've done this area. It does carry on a little bit. It doesn't usually glitch like that, I don't think, but that's how hard I hit him. I'm going to skip. Maybe I should have saved it because I've nailed it on this one. I might save it. Next time I get the opportunity to save it, I'm going to save over my other save. So it's basically saying we're not done, and I think we assumed we were, and it turns out, oh no, we're not. But this is where it sort of diverges from my memory of it. So I don't remember them going to a car park or anything, but I imagine this is the sort of thing game developers just have levels. Like we've got the textures for a car park, of course we have. Let's go same again. Okay, so yeah, there's just more this time. I don't know if there's a way to. Oh yeah, flip the right stick and you just switch. So this here, I think it's going to tell me to do it. There was a triangle on the floor here. If I press L1, this is my charge suit. I can lob it at people. It's a little hard to. Oh, I need to turn that off because it's the meter on the right. Oh, I think that's all of them, isn't it? Okay. So I think it will just load the next. Yeah, load the next area. So I'm not entirely sure what this is saying, but what I did learn is, you see the stuff on the floor in front of me that damages me. I can give orders. I don't know what this means, so I'll do the same for her. Oh. Oh, it's them putting down the... Okay. Keep pressing jump to dodge rather than the actual dodge button. Not sure what that means. Oh. Is that everyone? Nope. Is that everyone? Can't see anyone else. Oof, dodged me. So it's gone charge again. That seems like I did fairly well. Not entirely sure, but we'll save over this one because I'm doing better at it. And let's go back. It's X to go back, circle to go forward as well, which really threw me. I'm going to say, I think that's first floor, maybe? I think that's the right answer. I don't know, but I've got some points. I've leveled up. Dog again. Me and the dog. So this is our mate, and he, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happens to him in the manga for this bit, but he sort of stands up to this guy who is the Spring Onion's dad, and is obviously not happy that we've murdered his son, or in this case, sons. I think this is in the manga. This is where they learn that they can sort of power up their strength and their defensive capabilities, or maybe it's where they learn the suit can break. I can't remember. See, he's too good for this world, Kato. It's too nice. I'm going to pick this one because I forget what I picked last time, but I ran off and everyone was really pissed off. Yeah, I think he took a swing at me and I just fucked off last time, which is, you know. But I'm going to be careful. Let's pick the bottom one. I can't remember which one I picked last time. Bottom one again? Rurg. So maybe, if I've not messed this up, we fight him in here. Or maybe we all run. Everyone's happy. Well, not everyone's happy, but... Yeah, okay, so we all run off together now. So it won't affect... it's not going to affect the actual outcome of that, because I ran off on my own, and then everyone else just sort of eventually caught up with me. I don't know what this is. I think we're fine from here on to just pick whatever. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember with that bit whether it's that no, he couldn't see us. Like no one in the world can see you or something. It feeds into the story in terms of what they're doing outside of Gantz. But yeah, I can't really remember. I might, you know, I might give it another read. I might try and track it down and read it all again. I say read it all. I never read it all last time. Anyway, I think we're heading towards the combat now. A bit more fighting. If I keep skipping. So we'll go. He's got the most. He's got the most health. Yeah, we'll go with him. Why not? Oh, because I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Okay, so it's telling us we can lock on and change targets. He caused me a lot more trouble last time. So you go here, and it'll tell you can power jump. So the fight changes a bit here. He hides up there and starts lobbing stuff. But yeah, I think we have to avoid it, but I don't know how you know where it's coming from other than just stand in a place for a bit, and then I think he just starts running down. Yeah. Oh, so I could be targeting his arms and stuff as well, I think. Oh. Okay. Don't leave the play area. Go. What? So, oh shit. So one of the problems, I didn't actually mean to pick this car up, but whatever, is my friends are in the way a bit, and oh Christ. Okay, let's get back up, and I'm gonna just beat the shit out of him for a bit. So I will say I was playing that on easy, and I have just played through it. So, yeah, you know, I don't know if I did well there, if I did badly there. I do remember the next level causing me some problems. I think it was more that I just didn't know what to do. I think I failed it just purely on I didn't know what to do. So it might be a game that needs a guide. But yeah, we've beaten this guy, and yeah, all for the crime of just being an alien. Although I don't know if they actually are aliens or not. That's just what the version of the manga I read, which was probably a fan sub, said. So who knows how accurate it is. So I think this is where he explains, if I'm right, and I could be completely off with this, that there are points to Gantz, and how well you do on the mission is how well you'll be rewarded, and you can you need to finish top, or maybe it's first to get to however many points. See what I mean? So you get 95 points, or 5 points, I don't know if you got 78, I guess. Dog maybe got 100? We got 85. Or mind you, it said total 15 there, I don't know. But we, yeah, if you get to the certain amount, you can escape. I don't know if it's you get a wish granted or you just get your life back or something. I forget quite how it works, but that's the guy on the right has been going for a while and he's getting close to having enough points. And I think this argument is basically he's like, do not fuck this up for me. Like, but he's not being particularly helpful. He's not. It's more like, I know what I'm doing, so if I just stay on my own, I'm not going to get caught up in anything. I can, we're not a team. It's better for me to work on my own. Whereas their argument is, if you know what you're doing, why don't you tell us what we're doing, and we've all got a greater chance to survive. Where he's like, yeah, and then what if you get more points than me? I don't want you to get more points than me. So, that's my memory of his character arc. So, I'm probably going to... okay, there's another load coming up, but I think this is just where Gantz sends us home, maybe? I can't remember. Or it's crashed. I don't know. Anyway, this might be a good point to call it then if it has crashed. But yeah, so that's Gantz. I've never really spent a lot of time with it. I've played through that first section a few times, and yeah, it seems like it's probably okay, but very, very, I don't know, maybe simple. Maybe there's a guide there. I don't know why this isn't progressing. It's come on, you can do it, or maybe you can't. Oh well. So yeah, I think while I've got the swap magic out, I might also play through. I might see what's on a couple of other discs, because I've got the PS2 Berserk game. I've got one that just has written on it. It's not a real disc. This other one, but it just says PS2. And I've got one that says Hokuto no Ken. Right, but I thought I had it real. I remember the box art, so I don't know where I've put it. But I had the it's like a Sega Ages version of what was Last Battle. But it's the Genesis Mega Drive Fist of the North Star game. I've got that somewhere, so I might see if I can dig that out and do a video on that as well if I've got it, or if I can find the actual disc, which I don't know what that is. But yeah, I'm going to see what this PS2 one is, and then I've got the Berserk game as a CDR as well. I'd love to get that properly, but I don't have it, unfortunately. I've got like 3 pirated PS2 games, I'm not proud of, but they're very expensive to buy now. Anyway, this has been Pick Up Play, and hopefully you've enjoyed that, and if you're a Gantz fan, that's like, oh, there's a Gantz PS2 game, oh cool. I don't know if I'll ever go back to it, particularly if it's going to keep crashing like this. But, yeah, thanks for watching. And there'll be a few more. I think there will maybe be a few anime things on the channel. Like I say, I'll do the PS2 Berserk game and I'll see what else I've got. But, yeah, thanks for watching.